Hello, everybody. We are back for another not Minecraft. I'm just kidding. So yeah, today's gonna be a little bit different. Today we are going to be doing the first of hopefully many successful to come, but the first of what Kerby and I have been working on, titled Maker Tuesday. My bad. And the idea behind Maker Tuesday is we will be working on various maker projects. I realize I am no stranger to doing maker projects as a stream. I'm extremely open about the 3D prints that I do on stream. Also, I have the stream cam open on most of my stuff, but I want to expand that out and do some physical makes. And right now, I can't talk too much about it because it's still very much in development. And I'm not looking until probably after RepRap. But I am currently working on making a brand new workshop for myself. And so that will be brand new and everything. So once I make the new space, I'd like to start doing some more maker stuff with like IRL cam. And I'm glad that Kerby came in because now I'm telling everybody what Maker Tuesday is going to be all about. So everybody say hi to Kerby.
Hello, Kerby.
So yeah, what I was basically saying is kind of what we talked about. How, my channel is heavily Maker, but you wanted to do some more specific Maker stuff.
Today was a wash.
Oh, I gotcha. I have had such an awful week that I was considering stopping streaming, like doing an indefinite hiatus. But when there was the last we are so over, the we are so fucking back broke through in the end. So anyway, without further ado, we're gonna be moving her into Onshape
Studio Paint.
Oh. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna draw and paint the whole stream. So, you know what'd be kind of funny is if I just had. Oh shit! I forgot to do that audio channels thing that what's his name was telling me about. Zombie was telling me about, so I could edit the footage easier. Well, can't change that now. No, he taught me how to split the audio channels on OBS so that I can go back in the footage. But I don't think that would.
I gotta get him to show me how to do that because that's so for YouTube. I don't think that matters except for like editing afterwards.
Yeah.
For Twitch, because it streams, Twitch will actually stream two separate audio channels.
Then it will mute it rather than your voice.
Yes.
So yeah, no, I want to set it up ASAP, but I keep forgetting to. I really want to play this music because I was fucking jamming out to it before stream, but it's not mine, and I don't want to like get in trouble. But it's so good. Do you think I should play it? It's not copyright.
Wait, what music?
It's like a remix of somebody else. So like it's a video game remix. I'll just play the. I'll just
be okay. A video game remix should be fine.
Yeah. Okay, so the thing that I want to make today is a little bit different. So I don't know if I even told you about this, Kerby. I want to make Rarora Panthora's goggles. Did I tell you about that?
I believe so, yes.
Shit! I'll tell you everything. I don't leave anything up to the imagination. God, I can't find a photo that's not blurry to use. This is the thing. The only thing I hate about making VTuber stuff is there's not a great way to look at the good references because they're all blurry. Okay. So I don't have a plan for this. I'm doing the kind of thing that I always do, where I just hold my hand up to my head, or what I do is I'll hold my palm up and I'll just measure that, and I'll be like, nah, it looks ballpark around what I want it to be. But I think I want these to be like as big as my eye. Although up on your head they'll look comically large, so I might have to make them just a skosh smaller.
Aren't they kind of comically large on... Like, what's the proportions on
Well,
her actual model.
I decided to put my reference picture up there a little bit cheekier than I have in the past. Oh shit! I gotta move you because you're behind her. Hold on. No. PC. There we go. There we go. I gotta move you.
I like how if you pulled the goggles down over her eyes, they'd be too close together.
Yeah, I'm not gonna think too hard
Although
about that.
There's kind of like a stretchy strap in between them, so maybe they stretch out a little bit.
The way that I'm going to interpret it for this model today is I'm actually going to leave like a little channel where I can run a strap through.
Yeah.
But I have this really cool idea for how I want to do this. So as I'm going through, I kind of can talk about my process for how I come up with what I want to model. So the first thing that I do is I like to... Honestly, I just pick stuff that I'm like, I have an idea of how I could model it. I just look at something and I'm like, could probably make that into a model. Then after that, I pick, do I have a filament that would fit?
It's been alright, honestly. I've just been trying to figure some stuff out. Yeah. I think overall it's a good thing. It's just one of those things where it's like change is scary, so you know. He's the number guy, honestly.
Said the 15 on that. God. Luckily, whenever when I know. Okay. I was gonna do that before stream and I forgot because I was busy. But I just disable it for the day.
Busy jorking it. Just kidding.
Busy.
You wouldn't do
Show live cam. No, I don't. I'm celibate. I don't know what that means, so. Anybody out there that's like, what is equals? Oh, that's the reference. Where is my desktop audio? There we go. I want that to be... Okay. Desktop audio is now set up. Now where is my audio? Mic 2, there we go. I gotta remember to swap this later so I don't fuck it up. Okay, let's test that out. Perfect. Alright, now I can type to my heart's content. I just gotta remember which is which. Shit. I don't trust myself anymore. You know, I'll just cover the stream. There we go. Okay, now we're back on track. 15. I'm gonna slightly fillet the edge and see how that looks with like a 1 millimeter fillet. Let's see. Honestly, let's see. That's kind of what I think I'm going for. It'll look better once I do what I want to do with this. So the first thing that I want to do, there's a little notch on the offshoot. So I'm going to make this a construction line. And then what I want to do is make this other line here. This is the actual line that I want. I guess this will also be a construction. And I believe if I tap on these two... Yep, there we go. I want a 45-degree angle. Because it looks to me like the divot in her goggles is at like a 45-degree angle. I want to then go to the cut tool. And I want to trim this out so it's even with the radius of the circle. Then I want to take a chunk out from there. I'm just going to do that with a circle. Let's see. 5. How does 5 look? I think maybe 10. Is that too aggressive? No, I think that's... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. So then what I want to do is trim you. Perfect. That looks a little harsh, so I'm going to fillet these edges. See if I can do that. Oh, that's exactly what I wanted. Oh, that looks beautiful. Okay, let's see how that looks. How do you think that looks, chat? I think that's too aggressive of a fillet. So I'm going to go back in here and change this to 5. And let's see. I think that's what we wanted. What do you think, Kirby?
Are you... Oh, I see the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks like just like a divot etched out of it. I think, honestly, I'm nailing it. I think that's exactly what I want. The thing is that I think that the modeling software always looks uglier than it looks when it comes out as a raw print.
Yeah.
Because it has these very harsh black lines, and so it looks way worse than it really is. All right, now I want to punch a very specific hole in the middle, and make a new sketch. This one is just going to be another arbitrary hole size. I don't have one set in stone yet for this. By the way, I'm printing my Halloween stuff. I'm getting ready early so I can do... I want to do the entirety of October Halloween videos, but we'll see how that goes. I don't know. So I think 80 might be good for the hole that I'm thinking, but I have an idea for what I want to do for the actual, like... So this can then be 85. That should, let's see how that works. I can always go back and change it. That's the glory of doing stuff parametrically. Right, Kirby?
Yeah.
So have you been learning from what I've been doing? Yes, no, maybe so?
Honestly, I haven't really been modeling that much lately.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I haven't been watching, and I'm like, that's fair. That's fair. I think the only thing that I need to hone in is my tolerances. Honestly, I think my tolerances are a little too, what's the word for it? There's too much play in my tolerances. Because I leave 0.25, and I think I only need 0.1 of a gap.
Yeah, it's gonna depend on the printer a lot of the time.
And
honestly, you can get away. Usually, my tolerance I go with is like 0.1 or 0.15.
Yeah, I'm gonna try 0.1 on this print because it's a very easy model to just scale down 0.1 per 1% to make up for it. But I need this whole to be 85.1 instead, so that can make up for it. So this is the first piece. Then I'm gonna make a. Oh no, shit! That's right. Sorry, I don't want this extrude to be that way. I want it to be the other way. I want it to add. And I don't think I need 7.5. I think I just need like 1 millimeter. I'm gonna do 2. Plus 2. I'm gonna make it 4. Keep changing my mind. So this is the first piece. I'm gonna make a bottom piece. And then what I want to do is I want to get the shape of the goggle. I don't think I'm going to make 2. I think I'm just going to mirror the files. To me, it doesn't make sense to make 2 of the same thing, just mirrored. I'm just going to model it, print it. If it's good, I'll mirror it in the slicer and print it again. What I would love to do, Kirby, you probably know this about me. Chat, you guys probably know this about me as well. I have a fetish for making my shit light up. So I'm going to try to make this light up. We'll see if that shakes out. But I love to make stuff light up. I love to. It's like my favorite. I'm changing this actually. I don't want it to be 85. I want it to be 80. Let's do 88.1. I know it's an off number. I like to have even, or I like to have whole numbers or 5s, but I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. The plan here is on this face right here, I'm going to have the top glasses part sit here. I'm also going to have the blue glass part sit here. I know it's not accurate on Rarora's model, but her eyes light up blue when she's focused, kind of like Henya's do. And so I want to make her goggles light up instead. So the plan is I'm going to print, and this is what I said earlier, where I like to pick models that I have a particular filament in mind. I have a clear glass blue PLA that I think would be perfect for the inserts for the glasses. And I want to use that as the insert. So I'm going to print the insert as a separate piece in that glass blue. I think it'll look beautiful when it's not lit and even better when it is lit. I just used that PLA for a project that I'm hoping to show off soon. But I finished the Miku headphones, and I think they look sick as fuck, dude. I'm so excited with them. They're like, I don't know, I feel like maybe I'm gassing myself up a little bit too much, but I feel like I'm getting better and better at modeling, and it's making me more and more excited. So
that's a good thing.
Yeah, I know. I don't like complimenting myself because I feel like I'm being like, well, guys, I'm really fucking cool.
I think it's important as you're learning something and continuing to learn something to go back and look at your old stuff and realize, hey, I am getting better at this.
Yeah. I also think it's fair to look back at... In my opinion, I have a little bit of an opposite opinion. I don't look back at my original models and go, nah, they weren't as good. I feel like everything I've done the best I could at the time. And so as I've gotten better, I've taken on more complicated problems. So
Yeah.
like
Well,
the
and
models
I'm not
look
saying.
better because they're more complicated. That's just. I'm not saying you were insulting me. I'm just
Oh,
adding
no,
to
no,
what you
no.
were saying.
Yeah, and I'm saying like, don't go back and look at your old stuff and be like, oh, that was shit. No, no, no. Go back and look at it and be like, wow, I've gotten better.
Yeah, yeah,
It's a very different mindset.
yeah. But I look back at like the Henya cube. I'm so excited with how that went, but it was a very conceptually easy thing to make. I look at the fauna planner and I'm blown away with how cool it is. I'm like, this shit is like mint. I'm so happy with some of the techniques that I used to make that. I'm gonna get rid of part 1 here, and instead we're gonna go to part 2 because part 2 is my favorite because it has Jonathan or Joseph. From my freaks out there. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It was a JoJo reference.
Say that.
Actually, I think this should be... I keep changing this number. I haven't even made anything yet, and I keep changing this number. Also, do you like how the reference is peeking out? It's like a dynamic reference.
Yeah.
I thought that was a cute little thing. So instead, I think I do want to make this 80. And I want to make this one -5, so it'll be 75. Yeah. Because I want it to sit in. That gives it way more room to actually, like, move, I think. So this outer edge needs to be halfway between 75 and 85. That would be 70. What'd that be? Oh my god, I'm failing. So 75 plus 2.5 would be 76, 77.5. Let's see, is that visually? Yeah, that's perfect. So that's perfect right there. And then I need to make another circle that's like around there, which is at 88. That's about where I want that to be. Okay, get rid of these parts. And then I want this to extrude up 10. Beautiful. Now this one I want to heavily fillet because it looks nearly rounded. So I think I want to do like a 10 millimeter fillet. But the problem is that kind of shaves shit off the top. So let's back off now. 9. Actually, well, hold on. Before I do that, going back into this sketch, I need to get the spikes on the side of it first. How do I want to go about this? Okay. So it visually kind of looks like it's around here and there. I wanna... that's not gonna help me, is it? So let's see. If I do this and I say 35, does it move? Okay, perfect. So I can do this as a... Okay, and then this dimension here to here. So I can now move those independently. And I want them to come to a triangle. Now I want to select both of them, and I want to hit equals. So that is now an equilateral triangle that I can move the distance to make it look nicer. I could also put a construction line in the middle here. Oh shit, am I not going to be able to make this straight? shit. Well, I guess I just gotta hope. Let's go 40. Let's see what that looks like. And this 10. Because I think then if I dimension one, it should dimension the other. So, yep, it should. So let's say 30. Yeah, it extends that point out so we can make it more pointed. But honestly, just visually looking at it, wouldn't you agree with me? I think I kind of got it. That shape.
Yeah, from the little bit I can see.
And then it seems like the spike in the middle goes tangent to the curve. So I just need to go over to here with a construction line. And literally, it just looks like it goes like this. And then it almost looks like that, kind of. Right? Maybe this is down a little bit more to make it more thick. But honestly, I think that's pretty much it. That's the shape. It's very pointed. Now, let's see. Since these are separate shapes, they're gonna come out a little bit differently. So, All right, I'm gonna try something. I could back out of it if I don't like it. Help me get the emeralds. Oh, Kirby. Speaking of people that are your friend, not my friend, but your friend. No, I'm kidding. Not your. Sorry. Rhea's been live more.
Yeah, she's kind of more or less back.
We are so
I don't want to
bad.
get to it on stream though about why, but I can tell you after.
I'm happy for her. It seems like she
she's
enjoyed
doing
it.
a lot better now.
Good to hear. I just wish that she would respond to my message. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so then what I'm gonna do with these is I'm gonna try and fillet these independent. See, that's what I was nervous about. Okay. Let me see what I can do. Okay. All right. I think I have a plan of attack for how I'm going to get that curve that it has on it. So there's the shape. Looks a little odd. Totally agree there. All right, I'm gonna go out on a limb, and say, oh gosh, how do I do this? Offset plane. I need it 10. What? This should be 10. What? Is this not 10? Oh, that's 25. That's why it's not lining up. That's so funny. Okay. Now turn the plane. Oh no, I need the planes. New sketch on you. And then that looks straight to me. I think I'm just going to keep it that way. I don't even know if this is going to work, but here's my plan. I always try and use the loft command and it never works the way I want it to. Holy shit, that worked exactly how I wanted it to. Oh my god. Oh my god. I got so damn lucky right there. Oh my lord. That's sick. Okay, all right. Now let's go for a twofer. Let's see if I can do that with this one as well. What? No, 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 no. What is this? What is this? What is this? The fuck? What is this? Ew. Anyway. So I'm visualizing that this right here is the middle point. Sometimes engineering isn't an exact engineering or an exact science. Kirby, did you see that video that I sent you of somebody who made a custom Game Boy like you did?
Potentially, yeah. There's a bunch of people that do those types of videos. My Game Boys are better though.
Yeah, no, I know. That's why I was like, I always watch those videos and I'm like, damn. Oh, fuck. What do you think? Does that look sick or not? I wish that it pulled this side completely up. I don't like that gap, but I don't know how to fix that. I wish that this curve, like, fit better. Let's see if I can loft those two. Nope. Awesome. There is a smoothing command. I just don't know what it is. Draft, maybe? The fuck? Oh, I've got an idea. I've got an idea. Okay, let me... Okay, so now we've got this up there. Okay. Oh, shoot. I don't have that. Okay, hold on. Okay. So, this sketch face, where is... It's the original sketch. This one. There we go. I need you and you. Copy you and go to this sketch. And paste. Now, oh. It's on you. I feel like this song is underrated when we talk about good-ass Sonic songs. I feel like Black Knight's soundtrack in general, people sleep on, because they see it as a bad game. Oh, so have you heard of Project 06 before, Kirby?
Oh, where they're like fixing all of 06's problems?
Yeah, so there was a guy who wanted to play 06 but didn't have a copy, and so he was like, I'm going to remake the entire game in Unity. And he did. He remade the entire game in Unity. I think right now the only thing he has left is the final boss. And it's like legitimately crazy how good it is. But it isn't. I think it is. It has inspired tons of new fans to like make remakes of these games, which is like insanely cool.
Maybe there'll be a good Sonic game to come out of all this.
Maybe one day Sonic will be good. Okay, so I got half of it. Now the problem is, how do I get the other half? See, because I still want it to come to that point there. I have a hacky way to do this. I don't like doing this very often. I can't do that either. That's not going to work either. Shit. Because it's not going to slope down.
I found...
Oh,
I don't
word?
know how much help this is going to be, but I found the official reference sheet that has the glasses separate from her head.
Oh, okay.
You can see a little bit more detail.
Oh, I thought that was going to open up on stream. I was like, that would be kind of cool. Oh, yeah, I see him.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like on the money with these.
No, you're I'm not sending you this because I think you're doing bad. I'm just
No, it's super helpful. If I was off the money, I'd rather you tell me then.
Yeah.
Let me see. I think I'm gonna use this instead of the reference that I have on screen, but keep the reference I have on screen because you guys aren't making it. I'm making it. It's all about me. I'm gonna put this back. Tim should be happy that I'm just ghosting in his chat as an extra viewer. Tim should pay me.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell him that. Hey, Tim, can you
Oh no! So actually that cutout that I made.
he's playing Deadlock. Never mind, I'm not watching him.
I was commenting on Deadlock, and he was like, "Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess." I'm like, dude, come on, give me something to work off of. You're supposed to be a streamer, man. Fuck, how do I get this curve that I want, bro? Oh my god, I'm going crazy.
This is making me go bananas.
This is literally making me go bananas.
Literally me when I'm going bananas.
Literally me when I'm going bananas. Oh! I think I know how to do it. I think I know how to do it. Please work. Please work. Please work. Okay, so this and then those... Oh, wait, hold on. So then hit loft. Alright. And then the start... So then this point. Perfect. And that point. Shit, it can't do that point. What about this point? And get rid of that point. Why can't it loft to the what about if it lofts to the curve instead? Shit, it can't do that. What about... No. I just want this line. Why is this line not called out? Shit. In this sketch. Alright. So that part that I said looked like a chip out, it actually just looks like the sheen on the metal. So I'm going to take that out, I think. I'm going to make the executive decision. Also, damn, those chains on her are so sick. I might make those too if I get extra time. Where are they on her actual body? Oh, that just holds her purse up? Oh, that's not as cool.
I think it is a little bit of a divot. Maybe it's just like a...
It looks like anime... It looks like anime styling, though.
It does kind of, but you can also... Like, you can see it from the side profile a little bit, which is why I'm thinking it's like kind of a flat spot at the bottom, maybe. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe it is just reflection. I think
Sometimes you
are
make
right. I think it is
executive
just reflection.
decisions.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's just a reflection.
Is this the right size? It looks like it's off. Why does it look like it's off? They're the same circle. Why are they off? What the fuck? Anyway. Because now I'm going to do this, which the circle's really going to like. Okay, so now I have this curve defined. Hopefully now this loft won't shit itself. Lofts are like my best friend and my worst enemy. I actually, like, I love and hate lofts. Fuck! Sorry. Oh, how it feels to go crazy. Insane, actually. Oh, that's so frustrating. I want that to just connect, but it won't. Happy Maker Tuesday, everybody!
Yeah.
I love Maker Tuesday. Okay, I have another idea. I guess before I say I don't like it, let's see how it actually looks. So that is on the original sketch, which is sketch 3. Oh, he's loading up Deadlock again. I'm live tweeting this. Okay. New. It's not supposed to be new. It's supposed to be shit. It's not supposed to be new. It's supposed to be
It's not supposed to be
attached.
new. It's supposed to be shit.
It's supposed to be attached. There we go. And then just delete loft 3. I don't want loft 3. Okay, now this I extrude up to 10. And then... Ooh. I gotta get rid of this sketch.
I saw a Twitter post of 2 bamboo A1 minis next to each other, and I'm just giggling to myself thinking about how one is flinging poo onto the other one.
That's funny.
It's such a weird design, man.
It is. It is. I agree with you.
It's like over-engineered silly.
Wait, what do you mean?
The poo flinger.
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah.
filament flinger. It's like, I mean, their Core XY machines just have a poo chute.
Why
But
can
that one
why
actually,
can it
like, has
not
a
make
physical thing.
anything? Oh, it's frustrating. Sorry. What's up?
The A1 line has a thing that physically flings it across the room, and I don't know why. It's like this complicated mechanical thing, but like, why?
I think it's so funny to see people. Oh, so I'm glad you brought bamboo up because I keep getting. I know you wouldn't know this, but I keep getting TikTok shop shit about bamboo. People are now selling their filament on the TikTok shop in like droves, and they're also selling the A1 and the A1 Mini. Nobody is ballsy enough to ever sell the P1P or the P1S because the average Joe Schmo will not know how to use that machine. I'm just fucking around.
Okay, but yeah, it's funny.
This looks so shitty and it really
dystopian
pisses me
future
off.
kind of way.
This looks so fucking bad. Why does it look so bad? Actually, it doesn't. Wait, hold on. What? Actually, if I can get rid of this little sliver, it actually solves my problem. Hold on. Hold on. Am I brilliant? Am I a genius? Oh my god, I'm a genius. I'm goated. I'm goated. Okay. Now I just gotta fix this issue right here. So, I made steamed gyoza today. And I don't know whether I should be ashamed or or happy about this, but the reason that I did is because I went to that place that had the Hololive collab, and I had steamed gyoza, and it was so fucking good that I was like, I need to make this at home. And so I bought a gyoza pack to make gyoza at home because I liked it at the Hololive place. It's kind of funny to talk about like wait, hold on. Oh my god, did it work? Does it? So, I know that this line looks cringe, but you won't see that line when it prints. So I honestly think that I just did it. Let me get rid of the planes and the sketches.
You could also potentially, I wouldn't do it now because you're still kind of modeling, but round that off.
Oh, I'm gonna right now.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna put a fillet on all of it, but I wanted the fillet to be the same on the whole thing, so it kind of merged into itself to be more like. It does look a little bit off, but to a certain extent, I kind of can't do anything.
I don't think you're gonna really notice it.
Nah, it's kind of like with the Iron Mouse crown. It's funny that that's my most like talked about model, and it's the one I've documented the least because I literally whipped it up in an afternoon and made it because I was like, I got to get this out before I go away for the weekend. And then I just left. I didn't. I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna let this cook. I'm gonna let this sit and simmer for a little bit. What in the fuck is it doing, bro? What? My what? Oh no, is it not gonna be able to? Oh god, because it's two different faces. God, oh no. What the fuck is it? Why is it doing that? It's okay. I don't think I want to round that anyway. I want to round this face. What is the issue? Why can it not round this? Come on. See, that is going to be a problem because it's going to run into this and not be able to complete the curve. Shit. How do I fix this? Well, that's not good. This just looks kind of weird. I don't like it, but I don't know how to make it better. I don't know how to incorporate it into the... Okay, I have one more thing that I can do. This is an odd angle of attack I've got here. then let me get rid of these sketches. And then I should be able to... I should be able to just round that. Let's see how big I can make that. I think, honestly, that might be even better than I had hoped. That little bit right there bothers me, but I'm wondering if I don't. What do you think about that?
I think it looks okay.
Okay. I'm not a huge fan of this intersection, but I'm going to see if there's a way that I can buff it out.
My internet is really taking a shit. By the way. Your stream is only loading at 144p. Thanks, YouTube. Well, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. ISP. Can you blend it? Says your chat.
Oh, I'm not. Can you blend it? Are you talking about like make it in Blender? I hope that chat message wasn't sent like a while ago. Okay. I have not been looking at chat as much as I should have. I've been really focused on the grind. My bad. Why is it having trouble with the fillet on this side? What about... Oh, because of the chamfer. No, make it a smooth transition. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. For some reason, it's wigging out. Why does it not... What in the hell? Why is it having such an issue? Let me get rid of that and see. Why is it doing that? It's this damn spike right here. It's just fucking up all of the stuff. I use Mastercam and can't remember what the tool is called. I never used this cam before. Gotcha. Yeah, Onshape's a little weird. I wish I could do stuff in Blender. I'm just not good enough. I'm going to get rid of all of this. Actually, hold on. I got a better idea than getting rid of it. I'm going to suppress it, which means I can come back and bring it back if I need to. What was that? Okay. Suppress this. And then this loft. Suppress this one. There we go. So, let's see if once those are gone, if I can get a radius. Oh, you're the problem. I'm going to suppress you too. Alright, so I have the ring. I have an idea. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm going to try it. 6. What does 6 look like? Can't do 6. Guys, we can't do 6. 5 is the limit. I don't like that flat part up top, but that's how it's going to look when it prints, so... Now, let me move this up here. Let me unsuppress that and see how it looks. So that's how I want it to interact, but I want it to come out this way. Is that a face that I can extrude? No. So this loft I'm going to edit. Instead of the vertex, I want it to come... No. Could you click on the hard transition line and smooth it out, maybe with a round over tool? Unfortunately, Onshape doesn't have a round over tool like that, but I really wish that it did. But I like this curve right here. If I can just nail down what point they intersect, then I will be golden. Oh, look, my print finished, guys. Now I can turn it off so that it's not in my footage for the rest of the time. All right. Let's see. That would be on sketch 4. Wonder if I do it on the inner circle here, if it would work better that way. So there we go. Look at that. That's exactly what I wanted. Let me pull up that picture that Kerby sent me. Yeah, that looks exactly like how I want it. Wouldn't you say? Kerby?
Yeah. That little...
Now if I can get the other thing to do the exact same thing, that would be great. I have my doubts, though. Oh, actually, it looks pretty decent. I just need to edit this sketch to pull it back as well. Oh, shit, that's going to pull back everything, though. Oh, it's off. Shoot. Okay, let's go back in here. And instead, pull this back. To like here? I think that's the point I want, is this one. How's that look? The heck are you? Get out!
Leave!
Get out! Get out of here! Get out! Everybody watching me fumble. I don't like to, honestly, I don't like to stream my, I don't love to stream my, process because I am very bad. Look at this. This looks like shit, bro. Let's take another look at this. What happened to the loft? Oh, I deleted it. Yeah, it's loft 2. It's extrude 2 that I need to get rid of. And then sketch 5 and extrude 6. So what I need instead is I need to open up sketch 3. Or I need to make sketch 3 visible, get rid of sketch 4. Somebody asked me if I still stream. I'm like, yeah, I'm actually live right now. Oh, man. Now, I wonder if I would be able to loft this up to that point. You're telling me you can't? But you can? Well, cool. Oh, man, that looks like crap. God, why is this so tough? Can you see the messages I'm getting? No, I'm covering them up. Sick. Who cares if you're bad or good? What I'd like to know is, what are you trying to make? Oh, so the... Oh, did I just show that on camera? Oh, no. My screen's not capturing my, like, screen, right? Hold on. No, it's... Yeah, no, I'm capturing a window, not a screen. I was so freaked out that you're seeing my private messages with a friend of mine. See, this is why I don't stream. This is the time when all my friends are on and I get the game. Because they were like, hey, do you want to play Deadlock? And I was like, I'm streaming, sorry. So, I am trying to make the cat girl on the left. Or no, wolf girl, right? Wolf? God, I wish I knew more. I'm going to get called out for being a fake fan. I can't keep track of all this shit. She's a VTuber. I'm making her goggles. In real life. It's gonna be so cool.
They're gonna work just like real goggles.
They'll work like real goggles. Ooh, maybe that's the point I could loft to. Dude! I did it! Oh my gosh! I did it! Holy shit! Yes! Yes! Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry. That's so exciting. I'm gonna fuck it all up. Okay. Let me get rid of all these sketches so I can see. This song's not very good. I'm gonna skip it. God, oh, that makes me so happy. Oh, that looks so nice. I love it. Oh, yes. Yes. Is there an option to mirror your solid? Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier on stream. Once I build the full goggle, I'm going to mirror it. I'm going to mirror it in the like when I 3D print it, I'm going to mirror it in the slicer software as an STL. So I just want to see how that looks. I've still got to add the interface layer. All right. I guess I don't have a... Do I have a point to make here? Every time I get an email, I'm like panicked. But it was just Hulu. So unfortunately, those are fastened mates. Let's see. No. Isometric view. So I think, unfortunately, I think I gave myself too much space. I think they need to be way closer. So I'm going to have to pull this outside back, but that's okay because this curve right here, I don't like it. But I want to make that like maybe 5 millimeters difference rather than like almost 20 that there is. So that's sketch 1. I don't need any of this anymore. The outer is 88, so I'm gonna make it 95. Guys, remember that number. What was the number, Kirby?
18.
Whoa, what the? Missing face, excuse me? Hold on. What? How did this all break? From me just changing that. Sometimes I love Onshape, sometimes I'm like, bro, why are you tweaking so hard? Like, just get over it. This is how you patch it up. It's patched. It's fixed now. All right, how does that look? Oh, that looks excellent. Look at that. I think that's the exact look I want. Wouldn't you agree? Onshape looks similar to Fusion Street 360. Yep, it was made to make like a free and open source version of all of the popular softwares. So like Onshape, SolidWorks, Fusion. Onshape is supposed to look like Fusion and all that. Sorry, I'm getting tired. So I think that's good. That's exactly what I want. Now. So I think part 2... Let's keep working on part 2 here. So the plan is to etch out on the bottom here. I want to offset by 2.5, I believe it is. I think it's 2.5. Hold on. Not you. You. 80 to 85 is a 5 difference, so it's 2.5. I was right. Okay. So I want to go down on this face and offset. So I want to offset this inner circle out by 2.5. Then I want to extrude that up or back, like remove it, by like 2. Is that valid, or is that going to take out too much? That looks okay. Let's do 2.5. Just give it more room. Great. That looks great to me. So, what I wonder is if that's worth it. You might see that actually. Okay. I like how I'm listening to Sonic music while not doing Sonic activity.
That's how Sonic music should be.
That's how Sonic fans are. It's like Sonic, he's my buddy. There we go. That looks so much better. Look at that. Okay. And you see how there's a little, this perfectly planned right here. It's almost like I meant to do this. So you see this little lip right here? Audience and Kirby. This little lip right here is going to hold the blue crystal. So we're swagging on them now. I just gotta make sure that this original sketch over here, this should be 79.9 because it's an inner measurement, so you want that to be different. All right, so those parts are all done. The inner diameter of part 2 is what I need. So this diameter. That inner diameter is 75.5. So that dimension is not going to change. It's 75.5. So the eyeglass needs to be 77.4. The piece that's going to be in the middle. So let's do this. Do this. Do this. Do this. 77.4. So that should be it. And turn the planes off. Let's make a new plane and put a point there. Where's the dot? Where's the dot? There it is. Okay. So that should give me perfect. Look at that. Now we're going to use my buddy the loft tool to make this pyramid. No. Oh wait, I'm a fool. I'm a fool. I'm a fool. I'm a stupid. I'm a little stupid. Oh, ah, oh, ah, oh, ah, oh. Ooh, Okay, question. Should I make it a dome or should I make it a plate for the glasses part? What's your thought, Kerbs?
A dome or a plate?
Yeah, yeah. The part, like the lens of the glasses. Should I make it like a dome or should I make it like a plate?
So I feel like
a plate's more realistic, but a dome is going to look maybe a little nicer.
I think a plate would be better.
Okay. A plate is so much
if
easier.
You're 3D printing it too,
Yeah.
you're gonna get those like really shallow layer lines.
Yeah, but with a maybe with a what's it called? It might not look as bad, but I get what you're saying. I like what chat said. I'm gonna give it a slight dome to it. Let's see how this looks. So then we go here. We insert that part 3. Now we're on to Stardust Crusaders. I don't hate it. What do you think? Here, let me get a better view.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Actually, I don't know. Maybe the slight dome doesn't even look as good as I think it does. Let me just see. Yeah, honestly, I think I gotta go with what Kirby said. And then I'm going to make this like 2. If the radius is too big, it may look funny sitting in the housing. Yeah, I think that's kind of what we just saw. But given how it looks on her model, I think it should be shallower. So I think, honestly, this looks perfect right here. And I kind of... It's a personal choice. I like when I can see the infill in stuff that has lights on it, because I use gyroid, which makes it look really funky. A small chamfer. I'll try it just to see how it looks. But honestly, I don't hate it. I like where your head's at. Ooh, honestly, ooh, that might, ooh. Hold on. Holy shit, chat might be onto something. I'm a machinist, we chant for everything. I'm so glad that you dropped by. I've always wanted to be a machinist. I feel like I was a machinist, what's the word for it? I'm a machinist at heart. See, that cuts the... I think that's beautiful. I think that's beautiful. That's looking phenomenal. Sun's out, guns out. That's a good name. I like that. All right, now let's go back and let's play with part 1 so that we can add the bottom onto it that will clamp in. So what I want to do is what do I want to do? I love what I do. I bought a CNC router to be able to make things at home. So, I don't know if this is your first time viewing or not, but I'm a I should say we, although Kerby doesn't post ever. No, I kid. We're 3D printing guys. I always want to buy a CNC router, like all the time. What about you, Kerby?
I have one.
Oh, that's right. Fuck, I forgot about that.
Don't use it. I need to.
Yeah. That same with resin, right? You have a resin printer and you don't use that.
I hate my resin printer though. I just haven't used my CNC enough.
How do I want to make this? I think I want to just make it 5. That's what I said. Okay. New part. Don't want to edit that part. Don't need this sketch. Boom. I've got an Ender V2 and a 5 Plus. I haven't ran them in a while though. Oh man, you're in the right spot. Creality spotted. Opinion validated. So the one that you saw was I was running into more issues than I wanted to fix. Yeah, that sounds like an Ender. So I've got an Ender V2, but I only use it to print recycled bottles and PET-G. I can't remember if I showed this on the
And yours is pretty heavily modified.
Yeah, I mean, I am a 3D printing channel, so for me, it's a write-off as content. But yeah.
I feel like they're newer
By
printers that you don't
myself.
have to modify.
Theoretically, yeah. The printer that you saw printing earlier this stream is a Creality K1, which is their newest machine. It's all right. I like it, but it's definitely got its issues, if we're being frank.
My name's not Frank.
Sorry, I'm trying to mentally think of how I'm going to connect this. So it's 95. I want like nothing. I want the wall to be like one layer difference between the two. I was able to print some cool stuff. The coolest was Chibi Karama. The tips of the tails were super sharp. Yeah, you can get some good prints. Honestly, I would say take a look at some of the new stuff that's been coming out. 3D printing in the last year has been like insane. I guess 2 years technically. Because I forget I've been making content for a year. 96. No, 95.5. 95.6. How's the Bamboo Labs A1 Mini? He came to the wrong place to get opinions on that. We are certified bamboo haters.
I think the machines are good. It's just the company behind them.
Yeah, the company behind it. Well, I mean, given the whole thing with that rod, I don't even want to say the machines are good. So the biggest thing that I dislike about Bamboo is that I just feel like they don't really value the community that they're in enough. But that's besides the point. It's a good printer. Then it's the right place. I need to hear unfiltered opinions. Okay, so here is my unfiltered, legitimate appearances, all jokes or legitimate opinions on Bamboo, all bullshit aside. The stuff that they have made in the last 2 years was groundbreaking and sent the 3D printing industry on what I think has been the best movement it's had in a while. A movement towards embracing making printing less tinker heavy, which I think is very, very needed. However, the caveat for that is the only way that I can describe it is they're very American in the way that they run their company. Everything is closed source except for the stuff that they have to open up by contract. Like,
because they're using other people's work.
But they take from the open source community, whether they want to admit it or not. They are very antagonistic towards the community. When the community develops like mods and stuff like that, they're like, no, we don't really like that. They don't like people tinkering on their machines. Very against that. And recently, there's been 2 big blunders that I think have really soured my opinion of them, past just not liking the vibe. When the A1 came out, not the A1 Mini, I'm going to pause the music real quick just so that I feel like I'm being blown out by the music. How loud's the music? Do you know, Kirby? Can you even hear it?
I have the stream muted.
Oh, okay. R&D wants all the free money. Exactly. So they pushed out their A1 to coincide with the A1 Mini. Okay, music isn't loud. So they pushed out the A1 to coincide with the A1 Mini's release. And there was a trouble with the cord. I don't need to go... Or the power cord for the bed. I don't want to go into too many specifics about like what happened, but there was an issue where the cord was fraying and lighting on fire. And their response to the community saying like, hey, you should do something about this was, well, actually it was your fault because you didn't properly take it out of its housing or out of its box.
You handled the printer wrong and that's why.
Yeah, and they refused to do any like... If that issue happened with your printer, they told you it was out of warranty and you had to like throw it out basically and buy a new one. They wouldn't service them until they got significant pushback from the community. Micro Center had to drop their selling the A1. Like they are... I don't think they dropped selling it. Instead, they stopped requesting new stock and sold out of what they had. Maybe they pulled all of it from shelves, but Micro Center did a full like recall of the ones that they were selling in the store. They stopped selling them. I don't know if they actually physically recalled the ones that they had already sold, but they stopped selling them for like 6 months or something like that, because they just started getting A1s back in the store recently. And they have been out since April-ish, because that's when I was going to buy one. Recently, another thing that's been worrying me is there's a specific bearing in the machine that's like a bearing that is just supposed to wear out and be replaced. A lot of printers use this bearing, is what I've been told. The issue is it is hard, not wired, because it's not an electric component, but it's like it's part of the machine, so you can't like just pop it out and put in a new one. And so people that have had their X1 carbons and their P1Ps since release, so a year or two, are now saying that they're getting unfixable Z skipping and like issues with their prints warping. And Bamboo's response was, yeah, we're really sorry, but that's an unfixable problem, and you're out of warranty, so you just need to buy a new printer. And that's like an Apple response. Like, people get pissy with Apple for doing that kind of shit, but then are like, Bamboo's the greatest shit ever, and they do stuff like that. It bothers the hell out of me when that happens.
Since it's in an industry that's designed for...
That was a problem amongst machines like 4 years ago when I first bought my V2. Seems like they would have had that issue solved.
It's not just that it's a wear component, because obviously you're running a machine that's moving around, so components are going to wear out. You want to pick components that will last longer, right? And Bamboo clearly didn't. But that aside, they designed it in a way to not be repairable, and that is the main issue with it.
Nobody's mad that they have to go in and fix that part, because at the end of the day, as a machinist, you probably know this as well. I don't want to like seem like I'm talking down to you or anything like that. But some parts are just sacrificial parts. You know, like there's that piece on the bottom of a rudder of a boat that's a sacrificial piece. It's an anode so that the rest of the boat doesn't rust as easily. Like, this stuff isn't new. That is Apple bullshit. Thank you. But the on a personal level, what worries me with Bamboo is that, and they're also, so I've been printing for over a decade now. I feel really old about it because of it, but when I started, the printer that I bought was an XYZ DaVinci. Hardly anybody ever talks about it because the company was they were dog shit. But their big like claim to fame was they had these enclosed, really high-end printers. You weren't able to tinker with them. If you tried to tinker with them, they would brick themselves. So they were like a 2D printer in that respect. And all of the ink was chipped like a 2D printer. So you had to buy their specific filament. You couldn't buy whatever filament you wanted to. And it was quadruple the price of every other manufacturer on the market. Like, regularly, as an estimate, I say a kilogram roll of PLA is around $20. A refill roll of XYZ ABS at the time was $20 for 500 grams. So
like twice,
quadruple, because you were getting half as much filament for double the price. So you were losing both ways. So it's 4 times. That was back in the ABS only days. Yep, that was back in the ABS only days. PLA was considered an exotic material, and then eventually it got adopted and became like the standard. But when I started printing, people only used ABS. Yeah. And nowadays, that's what ABS costs for like high end, like top of the line stuff. Like I think that's, but even Protopasta, I think that's their like ASA and their like really exotic filaments. But my point is, Bamboo has said that they chip their filament, and they've said they chip it to make it better for the consumer. But that experience is always there in the back of my mind. And so I am very hesitant to just take their word on what they say.
It would take a very simple firmware update to make it
so that their
Bamboo
printers
only work with bamboo filament.
Yeah. And you know what's really sad? I love their chip technology because it adds this ability to make 3D printing more accessible to more people. But it's just like they chip it to make more money. That's what I'm thinking. Now, to be fair, in its current state, them chipping the filaments to make more money is honestly pretty cool.
It doesn't actually earn them more money.
Well, so I think
right
the way
that
that
to read the color for their AMS.
So the way that I want to think about it is they can say that it's a more quality product because they can ensure that on their printers that their printers read the chips. So they can say, well, we've done extensive testing on our machines with our filaments, so we can give you all of our settings for the filament that we've heavily investigated, so you don't have to do that work. As a consumer, that sounds amazing, but as an engineer, it scares me how much power that gives Bamboo. In its current state, I don't mind because, honestly, they deserve to make the extra money for that because of what they've done in this case, like the extra work. However, it scares me with how much power it gives them to then pull the rug out from everybody else and be like, well, actually, we're going to make it so that our printers require that you use our filament.
If it was an open standard where any company could put a bamboo chip on their filament so that when you plop it in, it loads the settings.
That would be amazing.
That would be awesome. Even like it doesn't even need to be fully open source. It just needs to be an open standard that other people can use. Maybe even pay royalties on. But as it stands right now, it's all encrypted. It's all completely closed. It's only for bamboo stuff.
Yeah, and like I said, or I guess Kerby said it, but I was getting there. That is just in our opinions, that is just, or not opinions, but in actuality, that is just one, like they have one bad day and boom, that's one software update away from being everybody's reality. And there is nothing none of us can do to stop it.
I could stop it. I have a feeling somebody's going to make a competing standard and Bamboo's going to have to adapt.
Yeah, well, that's what's happening with every other aspect of Bamboo's infrastructure. Like, at first, the reason that you bought them is they were the fastest printers on the market because they did Core XY. They were one of... I know, there's been Core XY for a long time, but they were the gold standard for Core XY. Then other companies came out with their RXY, or Core XY, and then they were like, boom, now they have one less thing that makes them unique. Then people bought them, or people buy them because they're the only company really that has an affordable multicolor system or an easy to use multicolor system, because honestly the MMU I just think is just too tinker heavy for most people to like want to adapt and use. Also, it only works on printers that are about as expensive as the Bamboo Lab printers anyway, so it really doesn't matter. But with Creality's AMS system and AnchorMake's system AMS system, now they're starting to lose that uniqueness. Literally, the only thing that makes them unique over these other companies is their chip system and their reliability of parts. But now that this thing with the bearings is coming out, their reliability is coming into question. And they're currently in the middle of a huge lawsuit with a big 3D printing manufacturer. I hope they win for the sake of the 3D printing industry. But... regardless of the outcome, they are in a lawsuit. They are losing every aspect that makes them unique over other companies, and other companies can make cheaper alternatives to what they make, and they're not competing in ways that I think make a difference anymore. They're not, innovating enough or working enough with their partners. Honestly, a lot of what I think about Bamboo is kind of what I think with modern Tesla. They were the founders of a lot of the modern, like the big pushes in electric vehicles, and then they just kind of gave up on innovating for a little bit, and now they're like the laughing stock of the EV market because they came out with a couple failures in the 3D printing space. Aside from people that were paid off by Bamboo, that's a joke. A lot of the 3D printing like old heads weren't huge fans of the A1 Mini or the A1 when they came out, and that was their newest innovation. It kind of reminds me of the whole Cybertruck situation,
Yeah,
although it's
a lot
gotten
of
a little
people
bit
who are
better
like,
now.
yeah,
But like you said earlier, they're pulling R&D from the open source market. I'm so glad you agree, you understand what we're saying. That's the biggest part. That's not one that you can quantify. It's just a sticking point because it bothers you as an engineer. They're stealing all that not stealing, but they're taking all of that R&D from the open source community and not giving it its due credit. Like all of the innovation that's been done in 3D printing, they're building off the backs of. So what they don't have a contractual obligation to say anything, but the way that they're conducting is just like in spite of all of that work. It's so frustrating. All right, this is the final little bit that I have, and then I'm probably gonna wrap up pretty soon. Speaking of which, I don't want to sound like a shill. Is this your first stream joining us?
I do want to sound like a shit.
I do. I'm so close to getting the subs that I need. Yeah, it's your first stream. So I do stuff like this all the time. I'd up to face. Let's see. I can. So I would recommend checking out some of my other stuff if what I did today was interesting at all. I hope to do a little bit more about YouTube recommendation. I'm gonna have to give YouTube a kiss. I don't think I've been recommended to. Well, that's not true. There was one person when I was streaming Sonic. I don't know if I told you this, Kirby. I'll tell it to chat as well. But apparently, the last time I streamed Sonic, I was the only person on the entire YouTube platform that was streaming a Sonic game. The only other streams were like lo-fi music playlists, and I was the only one streaming Sonic. I don't know if I fully believe that, but it was pretty funny to hear that from a chat member. Do you stream regularly? I watch a lot of CAD machining, some 3D printing. So, I do stream regularly, although I have a very mixed schedule. So I stream... This is actually a brand new segment that we're doing on the channel called Maker Tuesday. But last Thursday, I did a 3D modeling stream. I'm probably going to be doing 3D modeling streams more often because of what we're doing here. So the whole point is we're going to... so normally I... Oh my gosh. Hold on. I'm going to just lock in and do this after talking. I apologize because I'm losing focus. So, I have done 3D modeling streams in the past, but they're relatively infrequent. All of my shorts are pretty much 3D printing focused and nothing else. And then we're hoping to do more 3D modeling streams in the future. Normally on Tuesdays, we do a thing called Minecraft Tuesday where we play Minecraft, and then most of the time Kirby and I use it as an opportunity just to yap about 3D printing. And a lot of the people that do show up are like, they come and they listen to us yap, but they don't understand all the 3D printing shit that we talk about. But we have kind of wanted to do more like maker stuff. So I mentioned at the beginning of stream that I'm working on completely redoing my workshop. And as such, then I would hope to have better filming angles so I could do a 3D modeling or a future stream where I show how to build something. Because a lot of my videos are building, like how to build the stuff that I model. but I'd like to do that on stream as well because I've never done it before, and I think it would be cool. We'd also like to do some more. Kirby does a lot of like game modding, like custom consoles and stuff like that. He'd like to do that on stream. I would love to build a Voron on stream as well, but that is like a really down the road conversation to have.
Yeah.
I'm super interested in
Voron
3D modeling. I use MasterCAD the most because of work, but I do have subs to others. My recommendation for 3D modeling software, being a civil engineer with a bachelor's in civil engineering, is not much into Minecraft, but I would watch if y'all are discussing maker stuff or just bullshitting in general. Yeah, I mean, obviously, the worst that can happen is you come and you're like, actually, this is boring, and Ace did a bad job of advertising, and then you can just like head out. But yeah, we yap about a variety of different things on stream. I try to just talk while I game, but I like to do whatever I want on stream. So like Thursday, I'm streaming Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, and I'm going to be making a series out of that and hopefully finishing the game in time for Brothership's release. So yeah, but maker stuff is huge on the videos and on the shorts, so I'd super recommend checking those out if you're interested in just seeing more content. Also,
as far
sorry.
as future Maker Tuesdays, I don't know if we're gonna keep it at the same time or if we're gonna replace the Minecraft time. I don't know we'll have to discuss that. But yeah, I do custom Game Boys a lot lately, like Game Boy Advanced.
Yeah.
And I want to do. I have to fix my current Game Boy Advance because the HDMI that I put in it, the audio doesn't work. So eventually I'll whip that out on stream and fix it. And then I bought a new shell for my Steam Deck, and I want to put that together on stream. I think that would be fun.
So what times do you stream? Unfortunately, I think this is kind of going to be the new norm for streaming until something big happens. I used to stream during the day, but I guess I just got to be open about this now. I've received some pressure from other parties to not do that, so I've got to scale that back just a skosh, unfortunately, but I guess that's life. So this is probably going to be the new time. It sucks. I can't find a time that works for the majority of people, but what?
I mean, you're never gonna find the more important thing, I think, is finding a time that works for you so that you can stream more consistently.
Yeah.
Because consistency is what gets people coming back.
Consistency is key. Consistency is key. Whoop! I want.
No pleasing everyone.
I wish I could. I'm subbed. Thank you so much. I did the sound play for subbing. Your friend is right. Yeah, Kirby is right about streaming, and I don't want to admit it, because then I have to admit that he's right.
You have to admit that I'm doing it completely wrong, but I have good advice.
No, because then I have to admit, because you keep saying go to Twitch, and I don't want to go to Twitch. I want to stay on YouTube. I don't like Twitch that much.
Why not stream on both?
Because I don't like it. Because then I post my VODs, and then no sound, the vid is playing. So that might be why. No sound? Wait, what?
For the follow alert?
The vid is playing. So that might be why. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Wait, do you have the follow alert set so that you can hear it as well?
No, I know what it is. I forgot to sign back into Stream Elements since I logged out to go onto Twitch. Fuck! I worked so hard on making a brand new thing just so that I could... Oh, man. I'm a bad streamer. I'm not used to having people follow, so I don't have any of this shit set up. When I make it big and I'm, like, huge and I'm, like, an actual, like, cool streamer, I'll get to do shit like this all the time. what I'm hoping is with the people that watch. First off, I've got people that watch that that like excuse me, that like VTubers, and so they just like the models that I make because they're super cool. I also have people like Kerby that watch because they want to pick up. It's cool. You're an engineer. You're allowed to make mistakes. That's what us machinists fix. Oh my gosh, no! You're starting to sound like a tradesman. When I would work on the job site, they'd be like, "These damn engineers. They make it impossible for us to work." And then they'd put up the brick wrong, and I'd have to be like, "Yeah, no, it's the engineer's fault for that."
The tolerance is like 0.0001 millimeter.
Oh my god, yeah.
Dude, this is a cup holder, man.
There are some engineers that have never stepped foot in mud and have worked in an air-conditioned office their whole life, and it shows. So I specifically lived my life trying to get as much mud work as I possibly could get.
That's why I think 3D printing, it's not the same as CNC for sure, but I think being somebody that 3D prints and models your own 3D prints kind of bridges that gap a little bit, because you kind of get an idea of what the machine is capable of, so you know what to do while you're modeling.
Yep.
And I think that
I agree.
could be important too. Like, I mean, obviously I don't have like a full big CNC machine. It's one of those little tiny desktop ones. But I think that could be cool to learn how to use that, learn how to model for it.
Okay, so talking
it
about
translates
CNC and machining, there is one thing that I've always wanted to know. Knowing the G code does really help.
Yeah.
I think another thing that helps from the modeling end, I think I make it a really, really big point. My biggest goal, I could say, if there's one thing I try to do with every single model that I do, obviously there's some exceptions. Every single model I make, the biggest thing I try to do is make it easy to print and therefore use no supports. The biggest thing that I hate about models is using supports. I cannot stand 3D printed supports. They never work. They make the thing underneath look like shit. And people model things like they're making it for injection molding, and so they have these huge overhangs and they don't look good. Yeah, no, I don't know if you saw the technique I was trying to do with the eyeglasses, and then I was like, you know what? Honestly, supports for this won't matter that much. I'll go back to it, actually, since you mentioned that. Let me extrude this up just a skoosh.
Yeah,
so
and the amount of people that put
oh
fillets instead of
God.
chamfers on the bottom of their prints, it's like, dude, you can't print that.
Oh yeah, no, the fillets on the bottom. However, I will say there are, and this is where I think knowledge of both really comes into handy. It comes in handy. At the end of the stream, I'll show off my newest model that I've been making. Knowing when you can get away with those crazy fillets, like the fauna planter. That has one of the most wicked fillets I've put on a model ever. I guess it's not a fillet. It's technically just round. But it has a fillet that is like just bordering on being not printable. It is like just on the edge. Okay, so let me go back to that part and talk about what I was talking about. So, right here, this is how it's going to print. So it's going to print, like, the base is going to be down here. This right here I could technically chamfer so that it doesn't, I don't have, fillets are the most expensive button in CAD. Yeah, if you're machining it, you're right. Fillet
printing it's free.
Fillet is expensive for 3D printing because it makes it look bad, because printers aren't really good at printing fillets. That is until they make true non-planar 3D printing. But that's a story for a different day. Anyway, this, I could fillet to make it so that it doesn't print. However, I don't feel like doing that for this model, because I can put a support on this and it won't use that much material. And instead, then I can have this so that it's a better mating surface for the piece that it goes into. So we'll see. Yeah, the layer lines are rough, but there are ways to make it better. Also, maybe it's just because I'm saying it just because I'm lazy or whatever. I like leaving the layer lines on some of my stuff because I am a 3D printer designer, and so I like to show off how good I've gotten at printing and where it comes from. It's a way of it's kind of, for me, layer lines are a way for me to show off my art in its truest form. Like, I 3D printed this. I didn't make it any other way. Now, there's a time and a place. I think it's absolutely valid for the people that put in all the effort to, like, sand them and paint them and prime them to make them look non 3D printed. But for me, I'm a 3D printing channel and I'm a 3D printing guy. And so being able to show, like, the layer lines are a way for me to say, I made this by 3D printing. It's almost like my signature on everything I do, if that makes sense. But that's a very personal thing. Speaking of which, Kirby, can you yap for like 2 minutes max? I need to go for just like a single second, and then I'll be back to wrap up stream, to get towards wrapping up stream. Your badge of honor, yeah, absolutely. All right, I'll be right back.
Okay, he's gone. No, we can talk about the real 3D printers. But yeah, I mean, like what he said, I sell some stuff on Etsy that's 3D printed, and I think it makes a lot of sense. I understand the people that like smooth over their 3D prints and make them look like they're not 3D printed. That's definitely a style, but I don't think that's necessary in every case. I think showing off a 3D print is fine. Showing that something's 3D printed, especially if you have your printer tuned in a way where it's not an eyesore, because I've definitely seen some bad 3D prints, but I mean, you can make them look good for sure.
Me when I'm back.
Wow, that was quick.
Yeah, I was just taking my medicine.
Oh.
Most average consumers don't like or question the lines. Yeah, for the most part, I would agree. The only reason I'm going to be a contrarian,
if you're selling it in a way where you're making it obvious that it's 3D printed, I think most people don't mind.
I think so. Again, I have a totally different experience from, I'm guessing, probably both of you. I don't want to talk for you suns out guns out, but I've been seeing an influx of stuff at brick and mortar and on like TikTok shop that are 3D printed, which it wouldn't be there if people didn't buy it. I know that's awful evidence as a scientist to be like, oh yeah, well, since it's there, it means people buy it. But I don't think that I'd see it at more places if it didn't sell at least a little bit. But in the mall now, I've been seeing people that sell 3D printed pieces at the mall. And on TikTok shop, there's people who are like, did you know that they sell these things? It's not even the makers themselves. Now there's 3D printing drop shippers on the TikTok shop, which means that it has to sell. And in that case, I think a lot of people look at 3D printing the same way that they look at like buying shit from Five Below, where it's kind of like, it's just like a fun little thing that you buy for like as like a one-off thing. You're right. Merchants won't let things take up space without knowing it'll sell. Yeah.
I mean, online is a little bit different because you're kind of spreading out that space that it gets stored before it sells. Because like a lot of people who sell stuff online, they're storing it in their own house. So storage is fundamentally doesn't cost anything for like Amazon or whatever. Like if you're selling as a third party through Amazon or like through Etsy or something. So it's a little bit different, but yeah, you're definitely seeing 3D prints in brick and mortar stores, and those shelf spaces are very valuable.
Yeah, like near me, and an FYE got replaced with a store that's basically, the way I described it to like my sister was it's like Etsy the store. I don't know if you've gotten any of those in your mall, but there's been a bunch of stores that I've seen recently pop up that are like Etsy the store, where like it's just a merchant hall, and people rent out a space to have like Dave's designs,
Oh,
and
that's
they do
kinda
like
cool.
CNC
So
stuff.
kind of like an artist alley,
Yes. Yeah, but I call it
but
Etsy
in a
the
mall.
store because
I like
it's a
that.
lot of the shit that you see on Etsy. It's like people like with those laser burners, like the CO2 ones, the laser or whatever, and like burning like the Joker's face onto a plank of wood and then selling it. And there's people selling 3D printed shit, and then there's people like reselling like comic books and shit like that. It's quite literally, I guess a closer example would be like a flea market. But I saw one of those in our local mall, and it took the place of a Hallmark, and I was like,
I like that.
no way. Yeah, well, you should look into that. Maybe you could sell in there, physical brick and mortar store.
I've explored it a little bit, but maybe that's something
So I'm gonna go in and
I
change the
rethink
appearance, but
about.
pretty much I think I'm done on these, which is exciting. I've been knocking out these prints really well, or I've been knocking these out pretty fast. So this I want to be that silver. Do I have a better silver? I don't have really a shiny silver, unfortunately. Part 2, I want that to be the same color. It was this one, I think. This is the glass. That's the right color, so I don't need to change it. And then this needs to be black.
I'm not trying to end this stream right now, but how long were you planning on going?
At most 30 minutes more, but I don't think I'll make it that long.
Because I need to use the bathroom, and I do kind of have to dip out soon, so I might dip out now.
Now, shit, I really did want to talk to you about that stuff.
We can always talk. I have off tomorrow if you want to hop in a VC and talk.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be in the lab tomorrow the entire day, but I might be back after lab work and school. So it would be like the evening, like 6 o'clock. I love making plans in the middle of a stream, so everybody has to watch mom and dad make their office hours. God, that looks so fucking good. I'm so happy with this. God, that's fucking so cool. You know what? Why don't you go and go to the bathroom, and you could always just like jump back in if I'm still around.
It's gonna be a.
You could call me from the.
No,
from there.
I'm not calling you from the toilet.
It could be one way. You mute on one end, and I type
No,
and
I'm not
type.
doing that.
Dude's got to fight for his life. Go and do that. We'll figure it out. Maybe I'll be around later tonight and we could talk.
All right. I mostly have to like take an Advil and stuff. So.
Yeah, I mean, I just took my melatonin. So.
Okay.
God, this looks so good. I'm so excited.
It does look really good.
I can't wait to actually make this. So, yeah. As I end off the stream, I think what I want to show off is I've been going kind of insane with making models and not printing them. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to show you all the models I've been making because I haven't talked about them. So this is going to be kind of weird as I like swap back and forth between the cameras. Let me get all the models like out so I can show them off. Open a new browser tab. Open a new browser tab. Open in a new browser tab. I talked about that one. I don't need to do that one. Open a new browser tab. Open a new browser tab. That one was a whole stream, so I don't need to do that. Kirby, are you still here?
Yeah,
I thought you left.
I'm about to. Should I?
No, you can. I mean, you can stay if you really want
Nah,
to.
I really have to go to the bathroom. All right, I'm a dip.
Okay. All right. See ya.
Yep, I'll talk to you later.
Bye bye. Everybody say bye to Kirby. Bye bye, Kirby.
Bye bye bye.
Okay. So first thing was the one that I made here. On This is Rarura Panthora's goggle. Like I said, I'm going to, when I publish the model, I'll have a mirrored one already, but it didn't make sense to model two of the exact same thing, just one mirrored of the other. Especially because it took us this long just to make one. Imagine if I had to make another. So yeah, I think it looks amazing. I'm really excited with how it turned out. Now, oh god, what I gotta do is I gotta change the references too to show off what I've been making. Where's my reference? Reference. There we go. So next thing, let's talk about. Oh no! Oh no! Oh god. OBS is not working. On last week's stream, I made Amelia Watson's spyglass, or not spyglass, magnifying glass. So actually, this one I do have a easily accessible reference for this one, because I still have the, there it is. So here is the, come on, oh my gosh, no. Come on. There we go. Oh my god, it is not working with me. It is working against me. What in the world is going on? Okay, hold on. This is awful. I'm having to do all this while you guys are watching. Why is the reference not working? Oh, there we go. Okay. So this is not going to plan. Instead, I'm just going to put her back. And I guess what I will do is I will pull up the reference on Google. Oh, that's right. I could. Hold on. I can just pull up the reference on Discord, and then I can pull it up. That's it. That's how I'll do it. Okay. So go to me. Where's me? There we go. So this is a picture of Amelia Watson. This is her magnifying glass. So you can kind of see this is what it looks like. This is the 3D model of it that I made. And the coolest part about it is it uses a technique that I love to do, which is you pause at layer and you drop in something and then it prints over top of it. So it's like a part in a part. And so in this case, it has this gap so that you can put an actual magnifying glass in it and it will print over top of it to make a full magnifying glass, which I think is dope. On to the next one. So this was my most recent like big video. It did really well. I'm so happy with it. So let's see. Where is VTuber? There we go. This is for a lot of my folders that are supposed to have STL files in them only have oh, did I not get a reference for this? So this I don't have a reference picture for, but this was Iron Mouse had a new model come out, which she has new models come out all the time. If you guys know Iron Mouse, if you don't, she gets a new VTuber model like every 3 months. Like she gets them all the time For reference, I got my new model after a year of streaming. Anyway, so the coolest feature about this, and I would highly recommend if you haven't, check out the video. There's a video showing it working, and then there's a video showing how I made it. So there's like it's a two-parter. Really proud of it. Anyway, the eye moves back and forth, which is super cool. And you can see the way that it works is you pop the eye in here, and there is a... let me get to it. See, it's a mess. That's why I didn't show it off. There is a... Where's the other eye? Eye. There we go. Oh, no. I added the eye in Tinkercad. Anyway, I added a little bit of a space for a dowel to go through the middle here. And so this is actually motorized, and the eye moves on a motor ran by a Raspberry Pi Pico. So I'm super proud of how this turned out. And that one was in one of my more recent videos. I'd highly recommend you check that out. The Ame glass I haven't even printed yet, so it's not made yet. But this one I didn't talk about how I made it on stream yet. I'm very proud of how I made this one. I used it was a very complicated technique to get this one to work. I made a cylinder and I lofted it. Loft is like my new favorite tool. And then what I did is I actually cut these, like the pillars of the crown here. You should sell your STLs. Unfortunately, I just give my STL... Well, not unfortunately. Fortunately for you guys, I just give my STLs away on printables and things. The idea for me is what I'd be more interested in selling is the physical models, because I've been in that place where I've really wanted to make really cool models, but I don't have the money to buy the files. And so I want to make sure that my stuff is accessible to people. And if you're really interested in supporting me, either you buy some of the stuff that I've made, or you super chat or something like that. But I'm not in the place yet to accept any money, because I don't feel like, well, one, I don't feel like I'm a big enough content creator. I think I need to have more subscribers and that kind of stuff before I start making those kinds of calls. You're a true hero. Oh, thank you. It means the world to hear that. But yeah, right now I don't have anything like a Patreon, that kind of stuff. I don't sell my models. If I felt like I was making higher quality models, maybe I would. Although I have been told that the models that I've been making are really good. So it has been really nice to hear that. Anyway, I'm kind of getting in a circle of yapping. Anyway, please check out that video. Put a lot of work into this project, and I'm super proud of it and how it turned out. But this is kind of like a overlook of how I made it. I made this cut here that's like a circular cut to make the tiers of the crown look more pointed. Now getting into the new stuff that nobody knows anything about yet. I'm super excited to talk about these. So, my sister is a huge fan of... I was thinking of making a lot of cheese boards and using that money to fund a trip to Japan. Ooh, I've been wanting to go to Japan for so long. In a couple of our Minecraft Tuesdays, we've been yapping about what we want to do when we go to Japan. So maybe if you drop by those, you could hear us yap about wanting to go to Japan. So this one, my sister is a massive fan of Hatsune Miku and wanted me to make her headphones. Now the ones I printed, which you'll see in the video that I'm currently editing, they are for a different member of Hatsune Miku's Vocaloid group. Ren, I believe is his name. He's the boy. He has a girl twin who they both have yellow hair. Anyway, that's his headphones, is the color that I printed them in. But him and Hatsune Miku have the exact same headphones. So the cool part about these headphones is these little parts right here allow you to put heat set inserts into this so that you can take these covers off and replace the batteries so that this can light up, which I'm super excited to talk about in more detail in the video when I eventually publish the video about how I made this. Another thing you could do in here is you could replace the insides with the insides of an actual headphone and turn it into an actual pair of headphones. Although that wasn't the scope of what I wanted to do with it, I mainly am focused on like cosplay pieces. And so this is just a light up cosplay piece. It's not an actual thing that you could use, but that's something that you could do. And it allowed me to start working with heat set inserts, which was a lot of fun. And I am so excited that it just worked on the first try. That never happens. So, honestly, the thing I had to iterate more was the connections here, which is crazy. But this connects into a headband, which eventually that video will come out. I don't have any pictures of that right now. Here's the cover, so you can take the cover on and off, as you can see here. And then here's the mic, which I had to mirror because I messed up which direction it went in. But this is Hatsune Miku's headphones, and I'm so excited with how these turned out. They look beautiful. I can't talk enough good about them. Next thing, and I have a reference for this one, but this is a VTuber in the same generation as Panthora. Her name is Cecilia Evergreen, I believe is her name. I don't have her stuff up. Let me see. Yeah, Cecilia Evergreen. I can't pronounce her name. I made her crank on the top of her head. The coolest part about this, and I am so excited, I haven't built this one yet. This is another... So this one I've built, but I haven't made a video about. This one I've just modeled. I haven't built it yet. I haven't gotten a chance to. But the cool part about it is, I know you're probably looking at this and you're like, well, what the heck? This prints and would need a ton of supports and would look like shit. Well, it actually comes in separate pieces. So when you put it together, then it makes one cohesive part. But it's like, it doesn't require any supports. I'm really proud of that. Also, this piece right here and this piece right here, so these two pieces actually have a specific gap in them so that... Oh no, where's the gap? Where's the gap? Wait, did the gap get... like... Oh, wait, hold on. There we go. They have a specific gap in the middle. This gap is perfectly precisioned to, if you take the palm wheel off of a 3D printer, inside of a palm wheel is two bearings, and they have this exact shape. So if you take an old palm wheel and you pop the middle out, you can actually turn this into a rotating, like it spins freely. So what I'm planning to do is I have like a threaded screw with two nuts on one on the outside of this first bearing and one on the outside of the second bearing to hold it in place. That way you can actually spin the crank around and around and around as you wear it. I'm super excited about this one. I have not printed it yet because I don't really have the perfect color, because she has kind of like a rose gold color, and I can't decide whether I want to do gold or silver on this because it's kind of like a goldish silver. I don't really know what color to go with for it. I'm leaning towards silver and just saying, hey, won't be able to match the color. But I am so excited about this because if this works, I can use this idea on the Bridget yo-yo that I made a couple months ago with Cynthia. And then I can finally finish that project as well. That's another one that I haven't that's been on the back burner for forever. So yeah, I know that was kind of a lot to just yap about in these last few minutes here, but I kind of wanted to show off everything that I've been working on the side. Now that we're kind of towards the end, maybe a light amber color. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm leaning towards, but I don't like to buy filament just for a specific project because then it just sits on my shelf. Like I bought a copper to make a statue for someone, and I just can't ever use the copper. Maybe the copper would be a good idea, actually, although it's more of an orange than it is a light amber. But you might be right, actually. The copper might be a good one to use. Honestly, it depends on if I can find a ribbon that matches the color, because as you can see on her hair, she has a ribbon that goes with it. And so I would need to. Whoop! I am on stream. I can't just click through my stuff. I almost opened up my email. Let me close my email. That would have been bad. So anyway, fall's coming up. Amber is universal. Leaf bowls. True. I have gotten a lot of requests to do that kind of stuff. That might not be a bad idea. It's like how the red green silk is really good for Christmas, but it makes some great looking models regardless. But yeah, so those are all the things that I've been working on. I really apologize for the kind of flux that the channel has been in the last couple weeks. I've had a lot of personal issues going on, and I want to dedicate more time to the channel, but sometimes you're limited by other factors. So just know I'm not doing it because I don't want to be here. I want to be here, but, you know, can only be here as much as you can be. That all that negative stuff out of the way, I want to end on a positive note. So I've been focusing a lot more on maker stuff in these past couple weeks because I will be at East Coast Rep Rap 2024, otherwise known as, or now known as 3D Printopia. This will be my second convention, or second official convention appearance. I'm so excited. I'm calling it guest of honor to make myself feel better, but I will be working at the Recreator table as a Recreator ambassador. Well, I mean, I already am a Recreator ambassador, but I will be at the table with stuff to show off. So let's see, do I have the pictures on my actual, I know. So let's go here. So let me give me a second. I'll pull up what it looks like, but I actually have a demo of, here we go. Oh God, it's so zoomed in. So here is a sneak peek at what I will be showing off at the Recreator booth at East Coast Rep Rap or 3D Printopia. This planter, so these are planters that I've shown off in a previous stream that I modeled myself. Again, so proud of how my models have been coming out. They're so cool. Anyway, so this one on the left is printed in PLA, and this one on the right is actually printed in old recycled bottles, which if you guys know me from the Recreator, you already knew that, but just want to sum it up for anybody that's not aloe vera planters. I like that. These are, I'm going to have actual plants in them when I take them to East Coast Rep Rap. And these will be showing off my work with the Colorizer, which is a new mod for the Recreator, or a new, the process I have been using is new. And that's the new thing that I'll be showing off, is how to use the Colorizer to make your filament different colors when you're printing with recycled material, which I'm so fucking excited to show off. So if you are in the area of the East Coast, if you're in the area, I think it's Bel Air, Maryland specifically is where it is, highly recommend coming by. I'll be there Saturday. I don't know if they have Sunday this year. I think Sunday's just a wrap-up day for the tabling people. I'll be there the whole weekend, but yeah, so if any of you guys out there are makers and you're interested in learning more about 3D printing, stop by the booth. You'll know who I am because I'll be there in my Ace Gamer getup, be in my Ace Gamer cosplay, so I'll be easy to spot in the crowd. So yeah, I think that pretty much wraps up everything I wanted to say for the stream today. Again, I apologize for the weird time for everybody. I hope that going forward this works a little bit better, because unfortunately I think for the short term and possibly long term this is going to be more of my usual time is going to have to be the evenings. So I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it because the evening is normally clustered with a lot of other ENV tubers, and I don't want to. I don't want there to be that competition. But again, you go when you go when you have to. So anyway. All that being said, as for content on the channel, I had a video come out yesterday about me and Gigi's trip to Play Nintendo, which is a fun non-maker video to spice up all the maker videos I've been doing recently. On Friday, I have another 3D print video coming out like regular. It's the final in the trilogy that I've been doing. They call it prime time for a reason. Yeah, it is. It's prime time. Anyway, I have a video coming out on Friday. It is the final in the Legos trilogy that I've been doing for a little bit. That's super exciting. And then next week as for live content, I will be back on Thursday, same time, and I will be playing Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga. I hope you all show up for that one because this is a personal favorite of mine. I love the Mario & Luigi RPG series. And Brothership comes out right after my birthday, so I've got to stream it. So yeah, this month and October are going to be very heavy on the theming. I got to finish Pumpkin Jack from last year. I gotta play Luigi's Mansion. If I don't, I'm an idiot. I also have to play one of the Mario RPGs, so I'm gonna start with this one. Hopefully, I am able to get up to Bowser's Inside Story because that one is my favorite, my goat. So yeah. Other than that, if you have any suggestions for what you'd like to see on a future Maker Tuesday, or topics you'd like us to cover, that kind of stuff, feel free to leave a comment or leave a message in chat here before we end off. I really like to engage more with chat, so if you guys, there's stuff that you'd like me to see, you never know what you don't know, and so I would love to know more. So feel free to let me know what you'd like to see. Maybe some ideas for models you'd like to see me model. All that good stuff. I would love to hear from you guys, and I have a lot of fun doing this. So anyway, with all that being said, I want to thank you all very much for watching. This has been so much fun. I'm going to bed with a huge smile on my face, which is a great change from the way that the rest of the week has been going, and it's only Tuesday. Well, anyway, so thank you all very much for watching. Shout out to the VOD watchers as a fellow VOD watcher. And I hope to see you in the next stream.